Yeah, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Got my little buddy here because he's standing by the door like a little creep. You're just standing there. You're being distracting. Wanna get down? Okay. So I am really excited for this video. I've been waiting to film this because I have a lot of thoughts and I haven't even opened it yet. So I'm hoping that my opinions are wrong. So I was on the Anthropologie website the other day. I love Anthropologie. Like, it's one of my favorite shops. It's also one of my favorite shops to go in and be like, wow, this is expensive. Let's leave. Their stuff is really good quality, don't get me wrong. However, again, it's just pricey, you know? Justifying $150 for a pair of jeans, I just can't do it. But I still like to window shop. Like, I go in there. The employees know full well that every time I go in there, I'm probably only gonna buy like nothing. One of the most popular things on my channel is me opening up stuff. Trying new products, opening boxes, showing things and being like, this is good, this is not. This particular box today, I am very, very curious to know if people think it's worth it, because I found this on anthropologie.com and I originally thought like, oh, is it just like priced high because it's on Anthropologie? But no, it's priced high on the regular website too. So let's get into it. And inside, the crafters box. I had never ever heard of this company before. I don't have high hopes for this based on what I've seen. So if we go to the Anthropologie website actually right now, you can see that these boxes range from $75 to $85. They have cane weaving, beeswax candle making, an ornament, socks, foliage, I think this is the one I bought, clamshell, which I think is you put together a box, and then ribbon dye, you dye ribbon for $85. I really don't know how their sort of model works, so I did a bit of research, and it says what started as a monthly subscription box has evolved into premium workshop offerings, a marketplace full of artisan quality tools and materials, a supportive online digital subscription for makers, and an exclusive craft box subscription line for kids. Which sounds good. You click on the website, and it looks really cool. Like, it basically has loads of different activities that you can do. It looks like they send you the products you need to make the craft, and it seems as though it's professional artists and crafters that are teaching you in a workshop, which I like the idea of it. Like, it's nice if you're someone that's like me, you're super antisocial, you can't think of anything worse than going to an actual physical workshop and having to talk to people. It's been featured on DIY Network, Marie Claire, Oprah Daily, The Spruce, and you can subscribe to the crafters box. For a subscription, it's $68 a box, which is expensive, but I suppose when you figure that it comes with supplies and the workshop, that's why it's a little pricier than like art boxes on their own that don't come with tutorials. So one new monthly featured workshop is announced. I don't know if you have access to all of the workshops, probably not, I'm guessing. On the first of every month, we reveal a brand new featured workshop created by a hand-selected professional artist. These workshops are released exclusively to our subscribers at a discounted price. So you still have to pay for the workshops if you're a subscriber, but you get it for less money. Right, this though, this is what made me laugh. The Crafters Box. Nourish your creative soul. The Crafters Box is a monthly craft box subscription that takes the guesswork out of sourcing high quality tools, materials, and complete video instructions to create beautiful craft projects from start to finish. Notice the high quality tools part of this. I'm sorry, but what is high quality about this? Cane weaving. There's a candle, a needle, and a bit of whatever that is. But to me, that doesn't look like a lot of stuff for $85. Then you have ornament, and you literally have wool and these pokey things I literally see in Joann's for like $10. Were these subscription boxes at one point? I don't know. But to me, I wouldn't call that high quality materials. $85. 2 balls of yarn, a measuring tape, and a couple other things, I don't know what they are. The projects might be high quality, the actual workshop might be high quality, but please don't tell me that the materials are high quality when I know full well what is inside this box. I bought the foliage product, which was $75. To be fair, there is quite a lot in here. However, I don't call apple barrel and deco art paint high quality material.
Do you want to live in a world that's peaceful and nothing ever goes wrong? Me too. Closest we're gonna get is this game. It's called Heyday. It's so much fun. It's free to download on iOS and Android. I have a link in the description for this game and a QR code on the screen. Trust me, if you're worked up, just like I am, this really relaxing game is gonna help you out. And thank you so much to Heyday for kindly sponsoring today's video. So this is a colourful artistic farming lifestyle simulator where you can grow your own farming utopia. You build and design your perfect farm from the ground up with endless ways to personalise it. Crops never die, even for me. Here, the world is my oyster because not only have I built my entire farm by myself, but I can grow stuff without killing it. There's always tasks to complete and it's really unique and it's just so relaxing and enjoyable. It also has a really cool storytelling element to it. I've actually been playing it every single night with my husband because we just really enjoy playing it together and going to each other's farms because of the community aspect where you can trade, share tips and compete in weekly events with your neighbours and friends. You can also make baked goods and own farm animals like cows and pigs and chickens. Plus, Heyday are kindly giving you, my audience, an exclusive 16-item reward pack for free simply for downloading this free game. These are my favourite items though. They look so decorative and pretty. All you need to do is download the game in the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen now. Once you've downloaded the game, you can click/scan it again and the reward should pop up for you. Now, this reward pack is valued at $15.99 and expires on February 15th, so make sure you hurry. Thank you so much to Heyday for sponsoring this video and for de-stressing me in situations like these.
Like, it's not. Apple barrel paint is like 50 cents to $1. It's the cheapest craft paint you can basically buy. Same with Deco Art, the Americana. That's like super, super cheap paint, like ridiculously cheap. Now, I would like to also point out that this comes with a workshop, which we'll check out in a minute. I'll let you know how long it actually is. You look at the cost of a workshop and it says they usually range from $50 to $300 per person for a single day workshop, which usually workshops are like half days or full days. And usually you go to a venue, which obviously costs money. You meet the artist in person and they have all the materials laid out. So this is like a virtual workshop where they send you everything you need and you take it online. But let's go through everything that's inside the box. We have a bag of scissors. Actually, to be fair, some nice quality scissors. We have some special tape. I don't know what kind this is yet. We have a little plastic paintbrush, whatever that thing is. And then we have a pair of like these nippers to use it to like bend wire and stuff. Okay, so in here we have a special code. Okay, so this is an Anthropologie exclusive by the looks of it. So on the back of here, I have a QR code to access the workshop. So we'll look at that in a minute. We have a handcrafted paper foliage little leaflet here. It's all about the maker, about the workshop, and everything that's inside this kit, basically. Okay, so as for the rest, we have the original tacky glue. Again, this is not like a high quality, expensive art supply. Like, it's a good art supply, but it's not high quality in the sense I would say like E6000, you know, you can't really compare this to E6000 glue. Again, it works great. It's fine for this kind of project, but it's not like a high quality product. We got some pencils here. So we have a Dixon, one of the cheapest pencils that you can buy, still good. A bunch of Derwent Coloursoft pencils. Again, Derwent, a good art supply, but not like a expensive one by any means. I do love Jelly Roll. I do love these Jelly Roll pens though. These are very, very good. We got a bunch of foam brushes, a Floral Craft, like one of these things you can buy these like in the dollar store. Some wire that we're going to use for the actual foliage itself. And then last but not least, we have some craft paper, like construction style paper that we're going to use for the leaves. And then I'm guessing this is like a template for the actual leaves as well. So they really did include everything. Like, this is the most inclusive box that I've opened in the sense inside everything is like what you would find at a workshop at your table. So that's good. I do like that a lot. I just wouldn't say these are high quality supplies. I'm sorry, they're not. They will work great, but they're not what I would expect to see for the price that I'm paying. Okay, so I go to crafter.com/anthropology. This is what shows up. A holiday pom and tassel workshop. Okay, fine. But then it says enter your activation code. So I enter it in, redeem offer, and then it just refreshes the page and goes back to the same thing again. It mentions like, welcome, let's get you set up with an online profile, but where do I sign up? If I go to join a membership at the bottom, it's just a 404 error. This is awful. What the heck? This thing doesn't work. I can't access anything. This is so bad. Okay. There's nothing I can do right now. This doesn't work. Literally nothing works on this website. Okay, so I've sent them an email. I will let you know how long it takes me to get a response, if I do get a response, because I've heard very, very bad things about how slow they are at getting back to people. Hopefully not in this specific case, but we'll see. I've just realized the workshop itself is $30 to buy. So you're telling me there's $45 worth of value in this box? No, absolutely not. I have a million apple barrel paints over here that I've bought for 50 cents at Walmart. Like, I'm legit mad. This is probably the most angry that I've been. Like, not even for myself, but for other people that would buy this. I'm going to give them a couple of days to see if they get back to me. There is no reason why they shouldn't get back to me within 48 hours because it's Wednesday. They have till Friday. If they don't get back to me by Friday, then I will update you regardless of what happens. Okay, so it is a few days later. There has been some development and I am actually now able to access the workshop. So I actually emailed the crafter team based on the email they had on their website, and they actually got back to me within about a day. So I can't really complain about that. They got back pretty quickly, I would say. And basically she made me an account, gave me the password for it, and she added the workshop to the account. So I really appreciated that. I have access to it and everything here. So the length of an average workshop can vary from 45 minutes to several days. Half days being 3 to 4 hours, full days being 6 to 8 hours. Some are multi-day, which seems quite excessive, but I guess it depends on what you're actually trying to learn. This workshop is valued to be $30 because that's how much you can buy it for on their website. So they have valued the stuff in the box as being $45, just if you need a refresher. I'm gonna go ahead and just actually complete this entire workshop and see how good it actually is. So this is the handcrafted paper foliage by Corey Beth Hogg. Okay, so this workshop is 47 minutes and 59 seconds long, so it's basically 48 minutes long. I will say I thought this was gonna be longer than 48 minutes long. There's probably only so much like that you can be taught in 48 minutes. I just still think this is highly overpriced for what it is. However, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do it, but obviously my personal thought to this is overpriced, more so for the supplies than anything else. Like I think $30 for a workshop is kind of standard if you were to go to a workshop. So this is Corey. She makes some really beautiful stuff. She's got a lot of followers on Instagram as well, so clearly she's very talented for what she does. Like, wow, that's really pretty actually. So she's very skilled. But yeah, let's go ahead, we'll start the class and we will see what it's like.
Hi you guys, my name is Corey Beth Hogg and I'm a lifelong maker.
What I will say is this seems like a very high production value. She also has her own book too. So clearly she's a very highly skilled instructor. So for a lot of people that follow her or love her book, this would have a lot of high value. I think if you don't know who she is, the value would be less. Okay, so I thought everything was included in here, but we still need to get some like cotton buds and we need to get some little like throwaway cups as well. I feel like they should have just included this because again, if you'd gone to a workshop, you wouldn't have a kitchen to like raid to bring stuff with you. To me, this should include literally everything for a workshop. I shouldn't have to go find cups. Right, so I have to find a pot as well to stick this thing in. I don't have those lying around my house. Okay, so I have some cotton buds. I have one container. I think I need 3 though. I don't have a pot, but I thought I could use an old like Bath and Body Works candle that's like mostly used up. I'm not sure if this is gonna fit, but we're gonna try. I don't know, I feel like they should have told us that's what we need before we started watching the video, but I don't know, maybe there was a materials list that I missed. Right, I shoved that in to the candle. That will work, I think. So first things first, what we have to do is saturate the paper and then we're going to put some paint over the paper. Okay, I just want to put my thoughts in again that I do find it kind of annoying that they didn't put in those cups. You know, they included a pencil, they included foam brushes, they included pieces of paper. I just feel like they should have included the cups and the cotton buds as well. I'm excited to see how it comes out, but I'm still salty over everything. Okay, so we have this one. That'll go there. This one, apparently it looks like this for a reason, so we can like make it look like leaves. So that will probably look better when I've actually cut it all out.
So once I was done painting these sheets, I had to then trace different sized leaves over multiple sheets. This honestly took such a long time. And after this, I never want to see a stencil ever again in my life. Jokes aside, it wasn't that bad until I had to cut them all out. I'm not kidding when I say it took me about an hour just to cut these leaves. Making the stencils took about half an hour. And I honestly feel like I'd rather cut an entire lawn of grass by hand with a pair of scissors after this. But the point was to have a huge variety of shapes and sizes of leaves in different colours because I'm going to make a nice little house plant. One that I can actually keep alive. As we know, that's a real problem for me.
Okay, so it took me about an hour, but I have finally cut out all of these leaves from paper. I honestly probably would have rather watched paint dry on a wall. However, it is done now, thankfully. And now hopefully comes the fun part. So it looks like now we need to actually draw on all of these leaves. Okay, so she's literally saying you might not want to do it all at once. That's probably why it was so incredibly boring for me. But now we have to sit and draw on all of these leaves to make them actually look like leaves. But I feel like I'm going to enjoy this a little bit more.
So once I'd done that, it then took a further 30 to 45 minutes to draw on these leaves. So while the workshop itself was only 48 minutes long, the actual activity itself did take an incredibly large amount of time to do, like it actually would if you were at a workshop. So it's not like the craft itself was crap or bad or just didn't take very long to do. It definitely took a really long time. I'll be honest, I don't think I was heavy-handed enough with the paint on these sheets because they all just look green, like I just wasted my time putting paint or water on them, just plain green. Next up, we had to learn how to use this special tape. It was a weird technique. You had to like stretch it to activate the adhesion, then you twist it around the metal wire tightly enough that it actually sticks. Essentially, then you're making like 10 to 12-ish sprigs of multiple leaves, and this itself was also very time consuming, but I did actually enjoy this very much. So I will say the quality of the craft itself and the quality of the workshop was generally one of the best I've ever seen. I think this class specifically would be worth the $30 you can buy it for online. I just think the box itself is way too overpriced with the supplies. They're literally valuing it at $45 just for the supplies itself, so I don't think that's worth it. I did, however, feel very accomplished though. You know, this workshop was very detailed, and I do wish it was longer for the price, but I felt really proud of myself for learning something like this. And honestly, if it wasn't so excruciatingly painful cutting out this many leaves, I would probably do a ton of them. So I spent the next 45 minutes assembling all of these leaves to stack together. It was really fiddly because you had to cut out little pieces of leftover paper, you put glue on it, and then like attach it to the leaf with the metal in between, with the metal wire like glued in between. But it stuck, it worked really well. Next, I decided to cut this to actually fit the candle. Wish I had a cute pot or something to put it in, but I don't, so candle it is. Don't try this at home, kids. I am a professional beginner. Next up was the actual fun part, which was assembling everything. I honestly felt like a florist, just trying to make it look cute. I think it turned out really well. My leaves were not as good as hers though, like they were too bright, but I feel like if you use different colors, you could actually make this look legit. She was a really good teacher, and I loved the actual workshop idea and quality itself. Again, I just think the box itself for the items is lacking for the price. I feel like the whole thing should be closer to like 50 instead of 75, but that's just my personal opinion. Let me know what your overall thoughts are on this. Like, let's have an open discussion in the comments, and I can try another one if you'd like to see that. So for now, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. And once again, thank you so much to Heyday for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in the description to download, or scan the QR code now to download it for free, and you can thank me later.